Hi everybody, it's Julie here, and since it's Monday, I am back with a new process video. This time I was really inspired by two freebies I got when I placed an order at Sirap at Paris. Nay, Sirap in Paris. Yeah. I got this pattern paper from Webster's Pages and that really pretty chevron paper bag. They were laying on top of each other in the box when I got my stuff, and I was like, that is a super cute layout in the making, you know? So I pulled a lot of things, going to keep to that color scheme of the mint and the light pink, and used a new mist I got from Sirap in Paris, which is the Heidi Swap Sweet Mint. I'm going to see that later. So my first plan was to cut a bit of this paper and then layer it on. I have a slightly pink border and then the mint. But I did cut a bit too much of the pattern paper, and I just didn't like how it looked. So, I mean, I could have cut a bit more of the pink, but yeah, I decided to skip the pink altogether and have a slightly larger mint border than I had planned to. I have sort of decided to really make an effort to try to use my colored cardstock. I don't have like a huge stack of them, but I do have colored cardstock, and I really like to use them because, well, okay, honestly, I have like no white cardstock left. I have ordered more, but it will take a few weeks before they get here. So I really like to either make more pattern paper cards, or use more pattern paper as background, or color cardstock, and here I use both, so that's credit to me. Another thing with this layout is that I was looking at the Felicity Jane recipe challenge that Jen Schow posted this weekend. For you who don't know, it was World Scrapbooking Day. It's not the official name, but that's what we're calling it. And she had a challenge up on the Facebook group, I think, but I'm not on Facebook. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I saw it on YouTube. So anyway, she had this challenge, and the recipe challenge is that you have to use 4 ingredients. So the ingredients are craft, hoarded, stamps, and hidden. So yeah, so I used the bag, so my journaling will be hidden in that. My craft will be a craft tag. Stamps, I'm going to stamp my date, and the hoarded is going to be some fabric tape. So I think I managed to get everything in there, and I really like the layout. So here is the hoarded item. It is a fabric tape, and it has a really small flower on it, and it's so pretty. I'm not kidding when I said I have hoarded this for, I think, 3 or 4 years. It is just such a pretty tape. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I really like this tape, so I decided to use that. I've actually pulled out my fabric tapes on my desk in a cup, so I hopefully will use them a bit more, because, I mean, they won't get prettier by sitting in a drawer. But yeah. Anyway, moving on. I used it, I like it. The title and the story, the layout, is Wild and Free, and it's about our cat. I think I've done a layout similar, or talked about it a similar way, but I just wanted to make this layout with these colors and this wild and free and pink. It just like, it all came together. I really like it, and I like that you sort of have this outdoorsy, sort of Japanese background, and then all of this really pink and girly things around the photo. Yeah, I like that. And I sort of talk about how she is really wild and free and do what she wants, but she is still our little cat, you know. And how I really want to be like her, to be wild and free and just whatever. I'm going to go out and do things. I don't know. I wanted to have some bit more emphasis around the place and a lot of photos. So I'm going to add some of this mist in the sweet mint. Heidi Shine. It is really pretty. It does spray a bit aggressively and quite concentrated, but it's really pretty. I also want to mention that if you might notice that the view looks a bit different, it is that I'm using my brother's camera and hoping that that will be better. Looking at it now, I'm not sure. It has sort of like a flip thing, so I can see that I'm in frame. So I thought, well, that's great. I don't know. Anyway, doing my stamping didn't turn out that great. My craft tag, and that would be really great. It's all done. I'm just going to add my journaling, but it's not because I decide I don't want to use the craft tag. I'm going to switch it out. But I'm going to switch that tag out for a manila tag that has a craft reinforcer, so it's still cool. I managed to complete the recipe. So I wanted to thank Jen Schow for the really fun challenge, and I want to challenge you to follow this recipe with something craft, hoarded, stamps, and hidden. And I hope you have liked this video and that you will come back on Wednesday to see another really fun video. That's not a recipe, it's just a layout. Okay, take care, bye!